Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on 90 Day Fiance. The Other Way, it's part one. Yeah, we have a part one and part two. It's season 7, episode 2. It's titled Hasta la Vista. Let's get started with Jenny and Simi. These two are something else. Okay, so Jenny is cooking dinner for the entire family. Jenny is cooking spaghetti. She said that's the only thing she knows how to cook. That's pathetic. But all she did was she got the sauce out of the jar, dumped it in a saucepan, cooked the noodles in some boiling water, and mix it together. No seasoning, no meat, no nothing. That's Jenny's spaghetti. That's ghetto spaghetti. That's what that is. No meat, no seasoning, no nothing. Jenny's ridiculous. She's ridiculous. So the spaghetti was horrible. Nobody liked it. Nobody ate it. But Jenny may have done something, she may have done something really, really good. Cook something horrible. That way they'll never want her to cook ever again. Right? But no. That mother-in-law said, you know what, Jenny? I'm going to teach you how to cook. And she said, Jenny, you're going to cook every day. Jenny was like, every day? She goes, you eat every day, right? So you got to cook every day. That lady crazy. I eat every day. Do I cook every day? Absolutely not. I eat several times a day. Do I cook at all every single day? No. So Jenny told her mother-in-law, Sumit knows how to cook. He goes, no, Sumit's going to be working at the cafe. Jenny said, well, I'll go work at the cafe too. Poor Jenny. She can't get out of this to save her life. So we found out that Jenny and Sumit, they bought a cafe. Jenny told her mother-in-law that she can't work at the cafe and come home and do chores. She's going to be too tired, But the mother-in-law said, well, in India, the women, they go to work and they come home and do their chores. Okay, lady, for one thing, number one, it's not just in India that the women go to work and then come home and do housework. It's not just in India, in the States as well. Okay? Number two, while Jenny's at the cafe working her butt off, whoever is left at home sitting on their ass can do the chores, can do the household chores. Why she got to come home, work in the cafe, and come home and work in the house when there's other people probably sitting around the house not doing anything? Like you, lady. Like you. So the mother-in-law is talking to the camera, and she's running off at the mouth. She said, Jenny has lived in India a long time, and she has learned nothing. She said, Jenny is not a kid. She needs to act like a responsible woman. So Jenny's tired of her. So Jenny said, okay, I'll clean. But I don't think Jenny's cleaning will be up to par to that lady's standards. I really don't think so. So next, Jenny is sitting in bed. It's in the morning, I guess. She's sitting in bed on her phone, playing a game, doing what? I don't know what she's doing. But Sumit came and got her up out of bed because the other ladies are in the kitchen cooking. And Jenny is chilling on the bed, not doing shit. So Sumit came and got her. He said, look, we don't want to cause trouble. You go in the kitchen with them. So Jenny got dressed and she goes into the kitchen and she says, hey to the sister-in-law, gave her a hug. She said, hey to the little baby, and give the little baby a hug. Sumit mother ain't looking at her. She just ignoring Jenny because she's pissed. She's pissed because Jenny is late. She told Jenny, you're late. Is there a time frame to come into the kitchen and start cooking? She told Jenny, you're late. She said, fix the tea. Jenny says, no, coffee. The mother-in-law said, no, tea. And then the sister-in-law said, she wants you to fix her tea. So then poor Jenny had to fix the mother-in-law tea. And the mother-in-law said, Jenny needs to wake up early. When I'm retired, I'm going to sleep until 5 p.m. if I want to. I'm not going to get up and fix tea for nobody. That lady needs to make her own damn tea. Jenny is a 67-year-old white American woman retired lady. She's a 67-year-old white American retired lady. And she has to wake up early to fix this lady tea? She must really love Sumit. What is it that she loves so much about Sumit that she is torturing herself with this lady? This lady has tortured her the entire time she's been with Sumit. Sumit is nothing but a lying-ass, catfishing, short mama's boy who can't keep a job to save his life. And this is who she's in love with? But I think their story is fake, because you mean to tell me they can't find an apartment, a one-bedroom apartment that they can afford in India, or a studio apartment that they can afford in India? They got to go live with the parents? That's fake. They've been on Pillow Talk how many damn times now? They have money. They have money. So, Jenny and me, they bought a cafe, so they went to go check out the cafe. And the cafe is built, but they need equipment in the cafe. Where is this money coming from to build this cafe? And where's this money coming from to furnish, to put the equipment in the cafe? Because it's a cafe, so they need, machines, and they need food, and they need ovens, and they need coffee makers. They need all kinds of stuff. Plates, napkins, silverware, or plasticware, or, they need a whole bunch of crap. And furniture, because the place is just empty. So they need a whole bunch of stuff. Where are they getting the money from for this stuff? If they do all of that, they could have rented an apartment. They didn't have to move in with the parents. So Sumit said his father is retired and he's willing to work at the cafe. And his brother, he said his brother quit his job to work at the cafe. His brother said he's quitting his job to work at the cafe. So I don't know which it is. Why would you quit your job when you don't have any income? And you're the only breadwinner in the family. So Sumit thinks the cafe is too small for them all to be working there. And Sumit said there's no water outlet, so they would have to store water. How are you going to store water? Or they just stock up water or something like that, he said. That's ridiculous. So next, the family showed up to the cafe because they want to check out this cafe because it's a family business. Even though it looked like Sumit and Jenny put up the money for the business, it looked like it's going to be a family business. I don't know how that's going to work. If I put up money for this cafe and they ain't put up no money for this cafe, it's my business. It's not a family business. It's me and my husband's business. Anywho, yeah, the family showed up. They want to check out the cafe. Sumit gave him a tour, and they're not impressed. Sumit's brother said it's not possible to work there because it's too small. The mother said the area is too small, and they will bump into each other while they're working. Sumit's father, he actually said something. He said 2 words. He shook his head and said, too small. He said 2 words. Go figure. The mother said Sumit chose an area that is too small, and they would never have chosen that area. So they're making Sumit feel like shit. Because he's the one that chose the spot. Sumit told his family that him and Jenny spent money to get the cafe built. Jenny told Sumit not to be stressed. He did his best. She's sympathizing with him or consoling him. He said a lot of money's gone now. You should have just gotten yourself a little apartment. Wasting your money on this damn cafe. But I don't see what the problem is. They're saying the cafe is too small. We all can't fit in here and work in here. We'll be bumping into each other. Have either 2 or 3 people working in there. Do shifts. Don't have everybody working in there at one time. That's ridiculous. Sumit said half of their saving is now gone because they put it into this cafe, building this cafe. The brother had the nerve to say, he said he doesn't know why Sumit and Jenny are short of money because they have done nothing. They built up the cafe. They built it up. It's small, but they still built it up. I can't believe he said that. Too bad Sumit is too short. You would have to jump to punch that brother in the damn nose. But Sumit feels like shit because nobody liked the place. They all think it's too small. And he said he wanted to do something wonderful to make his family proud because he's always been the black sheep of the family. He's always disappointing them because he married a white old lady from the States when he was supposed to marry a young Indian lady from India. So Mitch said he feels like a total failure. How do you feel like a total failure when the place is just too small? 2 people or 3 people can't work in here at the same time. That's it. You're not a failure. Man. So Submit took them to another spot, a bigger spot. But this spot has running water, but it's hidden. It's not easy to see. It's not in the mix of the things of where everybody is. So now they have to decide if they should stay at the small spot that's right there in the center where everybody is and has no water, or go to the bigger spot where there is running water but it's hidden. They have to make a decision what they're going to do. Next up, we have Chloe and Johnny. We get introduced to Johnny. He's 32 and he's from Aruba. His philosophy is happiness, having fun, enjoying life. Johnny said on the pirate boat, he is a first mate. What the hell is a first mate? What does a first mate do? Alexa, what's a first mate?
A first mate is the second in command on a merchant ship, responsible for overseeing the crew and day-to-day operations. They assist the captain with navigation, manage cargo, and ensure safety protocols are followed.
Okay, now I know what a first mate is. He says he's also an MC. Does that mean move the crowd, or does that mean master of ceremonies? Well, he said he's the host, so I guess that means master of ceremonies. He said he has to make sure the alcohol is stocked. He said the boat is a booze cruise. He said people come to party, drink, and dance. Johnny said his job is harder now that he has a girlfriend, which is Chloe. He said at first he thought Chloe was a girl coming to Aruba to have a good time, but she kept coming back to see him. And they got serious and they fell in love. So they made the decision for Chloe to move to Aruba and live with him. He said he has the rep of being a player. He said, but he is not chasing the women are chasing him. He said he worked for tips, so he can't push the women away. He has to flirt with them and be nice to them. He said this makes Chloe very jealous. I wonder if he plans on working for tips for the rest of his life. Is that what he plans on doing for the rest of his life? He said Chloe is so jealous she keeps blowing up his phone. He said he can't work and answer the phone at the same time. He said Chloe has access to everything that he has. She has access to his cameras. She has access to his location. He said he gets up in the middle of the night to take her calls. He said she got mad at him because she saw him on one of the camera leave, but she didn't see him on the other camera coming back. So she thought he was gone for 2 hours. So what if he was gone for 2 hours? Maybe he went out to eat. Maybe he went to visit friends and family. So what if he was gone for 2 hours? He said she thought he was gone for 2 hours. I will tell you, I don't trust Johnny. Something about Johnny I just don't trust. He admitted to cheating on her in the beginning, but he said Chloe is not that innocent. I'm not that innocent. He said one time when she was asleep, he went through her phone. Who does that? The girl is asleep and you go through her phone? That means you don't trust her. She don't trust you. You don't trust her. Yeah, so he said she was asleep. He went through her phone and he saw a conversation between her and a guy. And the conversation was sexual. So they're both jealous of each other and they're both cheaters and they both don't trust each other. What kind of relationship is that? But I don't think Johnny is all that. He is short and his voice sounds like a 12-year-old little boy. He has a weird sounding voice. He doesn't have a manly sounding voice. And I know I'm not no queen bee or anything. I'm not no beauty queen or anything like that. But why are all these girls chasing after him? Like he's so hot. At first I thought he was. Last episode I said, yeah, he is hot. But when I heard him talk and I saw him stand beside his friend that he was talking to, his friend was tall and he was short and his voice sounded like a 12-year-old boy's. He's not all that. If he was to come to the States, they wouldn't look at him twice. That's why he wants to stay in Aruba, because he's popular in Aruba. He came to the States. There's a whole bunch of good-looking men here in the States. They ain't gonna look at him twice with his short self and his 12-year-old sounding voice. No. And I don't think he's ready to leave that party life. And that's why he wants to stay in Aruba. He goes, Aruba is my home. This is where I want to stay. Yeah, you're scared to venture out because once you venture out, you're not the it man there anymore. There's too many men out there for you to be the it man. In Aruba is a small place. You know, you're popular in Aruba. When you go to other places, you're going to get lost in the sauce. That's what I think. I think he thinks he's the sexiest man in Aruba. Go out there, venture out, and you won't be the sexiest man nowhere. So Johnny claims that he is ready to get married. But if he's ready to get married, he needs a new job. I would not want my husband to party with single, half-dressed, drunk women on a boat for tips for his living. I wouldn't want that from my husband. So if you plan on getting married, you better get another job. So next, it's the day for Chloe to fly to Aruba. She said she is sad to leave her dog and her mother, but her mother is going to coming the following week to check everything out, make sure everything is, everything is good to go. Chloe said she did not tell her mother about Johnny cheating on her. And that's because she doesn't want her mother to hate Johnny. And she doesn't want her mother to try to talk her out of going to Aruba. I think that's why she hasn't told her mother. She said goodbye to her mother. She said goodbye to her dog. And she went on to the airport. Next, we have a new couple. I think they're going to be boring. Greta and Matthew. Greta is 27 from Oklahoma. She's obsessed with her cat Hazel. Greta graduated from law school 3 months ago, and she just passed the bar exam. So that means she's a smarty. She is smart. I know a lot of people that didn't pass that bar exam. She said it's her dream to work in animal law. Never heard of animal law before in my life, but I am not a woman of the world, so maybe there is such a thing as animal law, okay? She loves animals, and she is a vegan. She said animals get her and humans don't. She said, but then she met Matthew, and Matthew gets her. Matthew is 27 years old. He lives in England. He said he is a bit of a nerd. Matthew and Greta met on a vegan dating app. Greta said Matthew is in financing, and she said all the other guys on that app were like hippies or something like that. She said he's the only one that had a true job, I guess. Greta was taking a class at Oxford. I think that's what she said, or maybe she was joking. I don't know. But she said she met up one weekend with Matthew, and they hit it off fabulously. Greta said after a year and a half of traveling back and forth to England, Matthew proposed to her. They decided to live in England because he has a good job there. But Greta... she's moving there in 2 weeks, but she can't practice law there. I think she has to get certified there, or she has to get licensed in England in order to practice law there. And she can't take Hazel with her because Matthew lives with his parents, and his parents has a dog and a cat. And Hazel does not get along with other animals. So she can't take Hazel with her. And I think that's so freaking sad. So they have to stay with Matthew's parents until they get an apartment. And then after they get the apartment, then she can bring Hazel. But I think what Matthew needs to do, Matthew is 27 years old. He has a job in finance. He sounds like he has a good job. He needs to go get an apartment or a studio or something. Move out of your parents' house and go get an apartment before Greta gets there. That way she can bring Hazel with her. You know, that's what I think should happen. I don't think their relationship is going to last because she has issues. She said growing up, she said her mother died when she was 5. When Greta was 5, her mother died, and her father remarried, and her stepmother didn't like her, so she would try to make herself invisible and stay out of the way because she knew her stepmother did not like her and did not want her around. So she said she does not know how to integrate herself with a family. But then she had a sister. You had a sister, so you and your sister didn't get along either? These people be telling stories and they tell half-truths. I don't like that. So I think that's it. That's it for Greta and Matthew. And this is the end of part 1. Please come back for part 2. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.